right, so we're going to be talking about how to organize and format our essay. And so, right now, you guys in Google Classroom, some of you have already started the process of typing your mini essay for the end of this book club unit. Others of you haven't gotten started yet, so this is a really good place for those of us who've started to stop and edit and format, and those of us who are just starting to edit and format before we even begin. So I'm going to walk you through a couple of the different things that you need to do and show on your essay, on your Google document, to show me that you are formatting correctly before you turn the essay in to be graded. And so the first thing we're going to do, step one, is every time you write an essay in a Google Doc, we want to title that Google Doc something that is going to make the essay identifiable easily by the teacher. And so, for example, up here, you'll see where it says untitled document. And I think what we tend to do is we just kind of put, a bunch of random stuff in there, character trait essay, character pressure essay, all of those things. But what we tend to forget to put in there is our name. And so every single person's essay needs to be written and typed the exact same, so that it's easy for me to locate and find in my Google Drive. And so we are going to title our essay our first name and then character pressures essay. So first name, character pressures essay. And notice I've capitalized my first name because I am a specific person. And so your name needs to be capitalized in your document title. That is something I will take off points for, okay? Part of this essay isn't just using the race strategy, but it's also using our, proper capitalization, proper punctuation, so on and so forth. And that does not take long to quickly edit. All right, so that was step one, making sure that we've all titled our essay exactly the same with our name, character pressures essay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put what's called a heading. And the basic purpose of a heading is to include information about you, about the class, the date, so that we know exactly when and where and why this essay was written. And so as you can see, my mouse is up in the left-hand corner of my document, and I'm actually going to put 4 things in this upper corner. And I'm going to start with my first and last name. And notice I have capitalized my first name and my last name because I am a proper noun. I am a specific person. I need to give value to my name, and therefore it is capitalized. Once you've written your first and last name, you will hit the enter button. And using the enter button, hold on one sec. I want to change this so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, you will hit the enter button, and that will bring you down a line. Once you are down a line, you are going to put our class name, language arts, colon, and you're going to put your homeroom teacher's name. So if you are in Miss Remick's homeroom, it will say language arts, Remick. Or it will say language arts, Alfors. Okay? Notice I have capitalized language arts. It's a specific class. And I've capitalized the name of the teacher. Okay? Then when you're ready, you're going to hit the enter button again. And this time you're going to put my name, Miss Hunt, because I am the teacher of the class. Notice I have capitalized Miss, capitalized Hunt. Those are, the proper ways to capitalize those words. Last but not least, we're going to hit the enter button, and we're going to put the date here, but we are not writing the date like this because that is not proper essay writing format. Instead, we're actually going to write the date out like this, October 27th, 2021, okay? Again, notice I've capitalized the month. I've included the comma after the day. And so I have just properly formatted the top left of my essay. All right, to move on to the next step, you're going to hit the enter button 2 times. 1, 2. And that's going to take you just a little bit underneath of our heading. Now, what you're going to do is we're going to write a title for our essay, but the title of our essay needs to be centered in the middle of the page. What we are not going to do is we're not going to hit the tab button to get to the middle of the page. We are not going to hit the space button a million times to get to the page. We are going to go up to the top of our toolbar here, and we're going to hit the center align button that has these lines that are just sort of all centered. When you hover over it, it will say center align. And when you click that, it's going to take you right to the center of the page, exactly where it needs to be, and we are going to type a title. Now, our title needs to be capitalized because all titles are, and we are just going to title this Character Pressures Essay. Perfect. I've capitalized all 3 of those words because it's a title, and now I'm done with my title. All right, when you are done typing your title, you're going to hit the enter button 2 times again. 1, 2. And now, right now, my mouse is right in the center of my page still. I need to get it back over to the left. And so I'm going to hit the backspace button to bring me all the way back over to the left. And now I could start writing my paragraphs. Now, in order to write your paragraphs, you guys, every paragraph in any essay, especially ones that are typed, need to be indented. And so let me show you my first paragraph. I'm going to copy and paste it in here. There's my paragraph. Notice that I have this sort of empty space right here at the beginning of my paragraph. This is called an indent. This means that, the reason why this is there is to show the reader of the essay where a new paragraph begins. And so right now I'm saying that this is the beginning of a new paragraph for me. And in order to do this, your writing will start like so. You'll bring your mouse to the front of your paragraph. Make sure your mouse is there and it's sort of like, not beeping, but blinking. And then you will hit the button on your keyboard that says tab, T-A-B. And when you hit that tab button, it'll automatically indent for you. Okay? So now we have indented our paragraph. And so this paragraph is perfect. Notice as I've written my paragraph, I have included a restate. I've included an answer. I've included text evidence and an explanation. So I have everything I need for my first paragraph here. I've indented, I have a title that's capitalized, and I have my 4 parts of a heading. And so right now it's looking pretty perfect. Now, the only thing that needs to be changed about this is, guys, we need to make sure of 3 last things before we're done. So the first thing we need to check is we're going to highlight all of our work. And you need to make sure that the font that you're using is a font called Times New Roman. Now, I know there's all these beautiful, pretty fonts that we want to use, but for the sake of essay writing, the most commonly used font is Times New Roman. It's just the font that, has become the staple essay font. So you're going to click Times New Roman. And you need to make sure that your font size is size 12. That includes the title. Everything is size 12. It can't be size 11. It can't be size 10. It cannot be size 15. It's size 12. So once you've done that, we're about finished with our essay formatting. For the last step, I want to show you, we are going to double space our essay. And what I mean by that is when you're typing, you're going to notice that your essay looks like this, okay? It's going to be really close together, and our paragraph is going to look real short and kind of basic, like real short, real simple, and it's going to be like, wait, this doesn't look like enough. Well, a lot of that is because essays you may have read in the past or essays that you've done, they have to be what's called double spaced. What that means is when your teacher reads your essay, they need to have space in between each of the lines in order to write feedback to you. So the way to do this is to highlight all of your essay. That includes the heading. Highlight all of the essay, and then you're going to come up to this button that has an up and down arrow and 3 lines. And you're going to click that button and hit the button here that says double. Perfect. All right, so here's my essay now. It's created this line of space in between every line so that if and when I were to print your essay to give feedback on it, I would be able to write between those lines and it would become much easier. So that's typically the purpose for why we double space our essay. So now, again, let me check my work. Mandy character trait essay. Okay, got it. My first and last name, language arts, and my homeroom teacher. Miss Hunt and the date. Got it. Title directly in the center, all capitalized. Got it. Times New Roman, size 12 font. Done. And then as I typed my paragraphs, I have an indent here where there is kind of an empty blank space between my first line. That's done. And I've double spaced it to where there are small little gaps between each line so that I can write feedback to you. That is our essay formatting. Now, we'll learn all of this in tons and tons of detail later, but this is just sort of a basic overview of these concepts, as right now I'm not really grading, are you writing a perfect essay? I'm grading, are you showcasing to me your knowledge of your book, of your character's traits, of the pressures, and attempting to use the RACE strategy to do so. And so we'll focus in detail on formatting and good essay writing techniques later. But for now, this is what your essay should look like by the time it's turned in to me. All right, if you have any questions, absolutely feel free to reach out, but please make sure that your essay is formatted correctly by using this video as reference. All right, have a good day, guys.